I have to admit, I'm a little bit blown away by Nar. Unbelievable. The whole Annapurna Himal is in front of you. Namaste, Tashidelek, and welcome back to the second part of our video on the Nar Phu Trek. In the first part, you've already seen us making our way through a very narrow forested gorge up to the village of Meta, and then trekking on through Chakyo and Kang all the way to the village of Phu, where we climbed a spectacular viewpoint. If you haven't watched this video, I suggest you go check that out first before you continue watching this video. Last time I left you off at the monastery in Nar Phedi, where we were beginning our trek up to the ancient village of Nar. While this was supposed to be a short day of hiking, it turned out to be quite tough because it was very steep. It's really a tough climb, especially in the beginning. Very steep. Now we just got the first 300 vertical meters, and now it seems to level out a tiny bit, maybe.
The local yak herders taking their yak to Nar.
Yeah, unfortunately that flat part was not the end of all the steep ascents. There was one more where we met some Yaks. Now at 4,000 meters it's a bit more flat again, but I can already see the next steeper climb.
This is Hotel Santi at Nar village, and we are going to stay here for tonight. They have a roof terrace, Wi-Fi, I hope it's working, or shower. And Namaste, Tasidale. Tasidale, Tasidale. La. Shanti didi चाहिँ तपाईं हैन? Namaste.
We just made our way up to Nar, and let me tell you, it is so beautiful here. This ancient architecture, the snow-capped mountains all around, the terraced fields full of horses and yaks. It's just so pretty. I have to admit, I'm a little bit blown away by Nar. So I have never been to Tibet, and I'll happily admit I have no idea what it's actually like. But this village seems like somebody took all the stereotypes out of my head and then built this place. It's magical. It's really beautiful. So after exploring this gorgeous village, here is what we want to do next. If every single one out of our group is healthy and fit, which is not a given, we want to try to cross Kang tomorrow. If you go just by the numbers, Kang is one of the most difficult passes you can do as a hiker in Nepal. It's 1100 meters up, also quite steeply at the end, allegedly, and then 1700 meters down. So I expect it to be very, very tough. Let's see if everybody will be ready for it tomorrow. And then let's see if we are able to complete it, because I'm not quite sure at this moment. Yeah, but before we will do that, we'll enjoy Nar village and the sunny terrace of a lodge. And yeah, see you tomorrow at sunrise, I guess.
It's 4:33 in the morning now at Nar. We just woke up and ready for breakfast. Veg omelette also. Eta dinos. Okay, all friends, Pakmas, ready to go. Ready to go, ready to go. Lah, dhanyavad. Lah, bye bye. Bye bye. Yes, thank you. Here we go. Can you say anything? No.
I am happy to report that the first 2 hours or 2.5 from Nar towards the pass are actually quite easy. You climb 500 vertical meters, but you do that very, very gently. In our case, we started at about 5:20 and finished the part at 7:30. It's all fun and games really, until you reach this bridge. And then, as you can hear by me huffing and puffing, then the actual climb starts. And it will be a grueling one. So the first steep bit you have to climb is between 4,700 and 4,800 meters. It's not long, but it's quite steep. Then we have a longer, gentle section again. But then when you get closer to the creek again and make a right turn, then unfortunately it will get very, very steep again. But the good news is the views, even though they're mostly in your back, every time you turn around are amazing. You got the local hero, Kang, but you looked at that all week, so that's not the most spectacular part. The real spectacular part is in its back, because with every step you make upwards, Manaslu and Himalchuli and Gadichuli come up more and more. And now, at 4,800 meters, The trail and the view are both just breathtaking.
Steep parts begins right here, and the friends are going on the top somewhere there. We are gonna have a nice sunny break. We'll drink water, eat some snacks. We have maybe boiled egg, we have chapati as well. So far we're doing very good, I would say. It's sunny, the weather is good, all are happy, healthy, fit. Of course we can feel a little bit of altitude, especially the breathing is shorter here, and that's very normal, very common for everyone. And yeah, I think that's the only thing symptoms we are having now, but no headache, no any problem, because we are well acclimatized from the previous days, as well as the Phu and Guru Sambo Peak was one of most highlighted and helpful hike, I would say. So far so good. We are now above 5,000 meter height, and short breathing at this altitude is very normal for everyone. But if you walk slow and steady, like 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, this really is helpful. This helps a lot. Most of the people, especially the young trekkers, when they are approaching the pass, they walk really fast, which in my experience is a really bad idea. So as you can hear me, I'm not really breathing that fast. The reason is that I'm taking slow and steady, which is the best way, best medicine in the mountain, and also my suggestion to everyone trekking doing the high passes in Nepal. Just approaching to the top now. Final struggle, final steps.
Congratulations. Best guy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kangla, 5,320 meter. One of most beautiful pass in Nepal. And it's trending here at Kangla, 5,320 meter height. And as you can see, it's very clear weather. We are very happy about it.
Of course, I wanted to record for you right at the pass, but there were already a lot of people and more trekkers were coming up, so it was quite crowded. And so we decided to leave after like 10 or 15 minutes after taking some pictures. And so I tell you everything about the pass from just a little bit further down. Walking times first. We needed a little bit less than 5.5 hours to go up, and I think that was quite good. Most other groups we met needed a bit more time. Some single trekkers with guide were a bit faster than us, but not much. And then from the pass on, it's 1,700 meters down, and very steeply down, especially in the beginning. It's also most of the walking is on loose scree, so I would suggest you bring trekking poles if you're not comfortable on walking on that. And the whole way down will take you about 3.5 to 4 hours. I guess I'm not there yet, but the actual highlight of this pass is the panoramic view that you get when you cross it and when you do your first few hundred meters of descent, because one of the most beautiful mountain ranges in the world in its entirety lies to your feet. I'm getting emotional thinking back to this moment. It's unbelievable. The whole Annapurna Himal is in front of you. And not just that, you can even see the top of Fishtail, Manchapachare, and I think it's about the only place where you can see it from the north side. And if you know where to look, you can even see Dhaulagiri in the west. So this must be one of the most scenic passes and of the best views in the whole of Nepal. I'm still blown away.
Okay, so enjoy. Cheers. Yes. Yeah. Enjoy your well deserving Marsyangdi.
Good morning from Ngawal. So excluding our lunch break, we needed almost 9 hours to cross the pass from Nar to Ngawal. And with that, the hardest part of this Nar and Phu Valley trek is over. Ngawal does have road access, so you could already end your trek right here. However, there is not many public jeeps that come up here, so you would need to organize that for yourself. Most people, including us, will add a half-day walk to the larger town of Manang, where there are many options for you to either extend your trek or go back to Kathmandu or go to Pokhara by jeep, whatever you like.
Oh, thank you, Didi. Mati. Oh, coffee can. Bio organic. Yes. Right now we are here at Julu village and enjoying the Annapurnas, including the 2, 4 and 3 Annapurnas. Again, another beautiful morning. this morning. We have started a bit late since our destination today is only to Manang, which is about now 1.5 to 2 hours left. So yeah, but we are on a good weather, good views.
As we approach the end of our trek and the end of this video, it's time to sum up all the information you need to do this trek yourself and also check how it compares to other treks in Nepal. In terms of pure walking time, you're looking at 8 to 10 days from Koto to Manang. To get to Koto, you typically take a jeep. Estimate a drive of 8 to 10 hours from both Kathmandu and Pokhara. In case you opt to take a public bus instead, you probably will not make it to Koto within the same day. Also note that only the first half of the day will be on paved roads, while the second half will be on dirt tracks, most of which are in a pretty rough shape. Besides the $20 Annapurna Conservation Area ticket, you also need a special permit to enter Nar and Phu Valley. That will set you back $90 from September to October and $75 during the rest of the year. Since it's a restricted area, you also need to be with a licensed guide. The maximum altitude on this trek is roughly 5,300 meters on top of Kang. If you skip this pass and go back to Koto using the Canyon Trail, the highest point for you might be at 4,700 meter high Guru Sangpo viewpoint near Phu or at 4,200 meter high Nar village. The latter will in any case be the highest you'll sleep at. All this means that altitude sickness can be a serious issue on this trek. After the first day of trekking, you'll already be at an altitude of 3,600 meters, considerably higher than towns like Namche Bazaar or Manang. We strongly suggest you don't directly continue to Phu on the second day and also to schedule at least one rest day there to give your body the time it needs. If you spend 2 nights in Phu without any symptoms of AMS, you'll likely be fine for the rest of the trek. Apart from the altitude in general, the trails in the valley are not difficult to walk. Most of them are wide, not too steep. The most difficult parts are the long first day from Koto to Meta, which you can split in 2 if you like, and of course crossing Kang Pass. Note that the 1100 meter ascent there is way more than you have to do for passes like Larkila on Manaslu circuit or Torongla on the Annapurna circuit. It's a properly difficult pass. As mentioned before, you could just ignore it and take the Canyon Trail back to Koto, but everything you'll see on this chart refers to the trek including Kang. We already discussed altitude sickness, which is by far the greatest danger on this trek. As mentioned, trails are all in great shape and should not pose any special risk. In terms of evacuation, your maximum distance from the next road is about 3 days at the end of the valley with another day drive to a larger city. So in case anything serious happens, you might need a helicopter to take you to Pokhara. While these numbers are fairly standard compared to the other major treks in Nepal, they don't reflect how remote Nar and Phu Valley feels. Once you exit that narrow canyon leading up to Meta, you're truly in another world. There is no vehicle in sight, just mountains, cliffs, vultures, yaks, blue sheep, some crumbling old kampa houses, small villages, pompas, churtans and prayer flags. We had both Wi-Fi as well as data and phone connection in Meta and Nar. Further north in Kang and Phu there was only phone connection without data, and the Wi-Fi, while allegedly there, was broken. In terms of crowds, there were none. We were not as lonely as we were in spring on the Kanchenjunga trek, but we were usually the only group in our respective lodge, and that was during the rain season. The lodges themselves are decent. While not nearly as luxurious as in the Khumbu or in the neighboring Marsyangdi valley, the vast majority of guest houses offered comfortable and clean rooms. As you might guess, Western toilets are few and far between. Most lodges offered some sort of shower though. The only place where a bucket of hot water had to suffice was in Phu. But you don't hike this trek because of the lodges. You come here because of the two towns that gave the valley its name, Nar and Phu. Both of them feel like they fell out of time. It's a special kind of beauty in this fortress-like stone labyrinth and a very special kind of vibe, which is hard to describe. While on other treks, you won't find anything but trekkers' lodges above 4,000 meters, here people really go about their daily business. If you want a glimpse into life in a rugged and remote Himalayan valley, this might well be the best tea house trek Nepal has to offer. And the landscape doesn't disappoint either. The lower valley is dominated by Pisang Peak and Kanguru, while in the upper valley you regularly get glimpses of several 7,000ers. On the way up to Kangla, you can see the three giants of the Manaslu Himal in the distance, and when you descend into the Marsyangdi valley, the whole Annapurna Himal is at your feet. If you know where to look, you can even spot Dhaulagiri and Machapuchare, Pokhara's iconic fishtail mountain. This summary is done using the very same ranking system as we used for pretty much all of the popular treks in Nepal, so you can compare all of them in every single detail that might interest you. Go check out our large library of trek reports right here on this channel. By now I'm sure we got treks for pretty much everybody. Meanwhile, for us it's time to finally reach Manang, wrap up this Nar and Phu trek, and also immediately prepare for our next adventure. And that is how we reached Manang. We took you from Koto, a small village on the Annapurna circuit, up to Meta and further on into the deep valley of Nar and Phu. We showed you Phu village with its historical defense structures, and we took you up Guru Sangbu viewpoint. Then we brought you to the Yak paradise that is Nar, and from there crossed the Kangla Pass and brought you down again into the Marsyangdi valley to the village of Nar, from where today we walked the high trail to Manang. If you enjoyed our trek as much as we did, please leave a thumbs up. And if you would consider subscribing to our channel, we already have the next video for you in the pipeline, and that one is actually quite special. That said, thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.